Welcome to the Self-Existing Seed Day in the Mayan calendar. This is the fourth kin in the 260-day sequence. Self-existing is the fourth tone, and seed represents the fourth seal. Self-existing seed is all about defining and creating a form so that you can plant this dream that we've been dreaming over the last 4 days into reality. So take a breath, find your seat. For this guided meditation, we're going to be going on a journey. Breathing into your central channel, breathing into the pelvic floor, settling in your root chakra, breathing into the heart, breathing into the third eye. You can place hands on your heart, place hands on your sacral chakra, your womb space, your lower belly, and feel yourself settle, ground, feel connected to the earth. And as we breathe into the third eye here, as we prepare to go on our journey, I want you to imagine spaciousness here. At every exhale, you're releasing more. Every inhale, you're creating more space in the center of the head. We want this center to be very alive, awake, and active for our journey this morning. So using your creative visualization, I want you to imagine yourself in some outdoor environment. An outdoor environment that feels precious to you. It could be a real environment or imaginary environment. It could be meadow, it could be ocean, it could be desert. Just create that visual inside of yourself and place yourself there. And as you visualize this place, I want you to see a path just emerge in front of you. This path could be a small path, it could be a large path. You're using your creative visualization. And so as this path is open in front of you, let's start walking. Start walking down this path and notice the smells. Notice the temperature. Notice what you're wearing. We're headed to a temple. So we're walking along this path and we notice that there's a body of water coming up nearby. So imagine that body of water. Again, it can be any body of water. It could be a river, it could be a lake, it could be the ocean, it could be an oasis. And so you walk up to this body of water and see how it's twinkling on the surface from the sunlight. I want you to bend down now, kneel down, however you like, and bring some of that water up to your third eye. Give yourself a blessing. Give yourself a water blessing. You can also touch the water and bring it to the heart. You can touch the water and bring it to your crown. You're preparing yourself to enter this temple up ahead on the path. So touching your fingertips with the water, you can start to just spray little droplets all around you. And take that in, take that water blessing in. Water is life. We'll use that energy later for our seed. So let's continue down our path and notice that in the distance, there's a temple up ahead. This temple has 4 pillars, a ceiling, but it's all open to the air. In the center of this temple is one beautiful pillar that's holding an altar item. Just notice that as you're approaching. Maybe you can't see it yet. We start to walk towards the temple, and we now are able to walk into the temple. This temple may have steps, it may not. Notice the material that it's made out of. Feel the magical, maybe there's carvings and etchings. Maybe it's very simple and minimalist. Let your mind's eye create with its own beauty and magic. And now you can approach that altar item in the middle. Notice that it's a container in some way. It's containing your seed. Notice the color, texture. Notice the quality of the material. It's all information about how you're holding this seed of the dream within you. Take a moment to step away now from that center altar with the container for your seed and start to examine these 4 pillars. I forgot to mention, this temple is the temple of virtue. Each one of these pillars holds a very special virtue or value that's important for you to carry this life forward, this manifestation forward into the future. So take your time and walk around to each one of these pillars, noticing maybe a word comes out. Maybe it's just intuitively you know what that virtue and what that value is. But really take your time and gather. For example, one of your pillars may be truth. One of your pillars could be authenticity, integrity, any of these virtues and values that are, maybe it's love. There's so many possibilities. You know the answers, so allow yourself to receive these 4 words, these 4 values, these 4 virtues, and take them into your heart. And now stepping up to the center altar, notice how these words are inscribed on each 4 of the corners of the pillar that's holding this container, that's holding your seed. Feel the anchoring of that, the clarity of that form, the clarity of that wisdom that your inner self gifted to you. Place your hands on the heart while standing in this temple. Thank this presence of the temple. Thank your higher self for offering these gifts to you. And let's return back to where you're seated in this present moment now. Hold these virtues and values close. Hold that container and all of its magic close while I read the prayer for the self-existing seed. I define in order to target, measuring awareness. I seal the input of flowering with the self-existing tone of form. I am guided by the power of universal fire.